Damn it, I couldn't sleep. I was thinking about Maya all night. And not the way you think, creepers. I'm just saying, I'm very depressed about this. Adrian did it? That's what it looks like. Dude, no way. That woman could do anything like that. In court today, there will be a mountain of evidence that will implicate you. A mountain of evidence? I'm certain there is someone out there trying very hard to pin this whole thing on you. Please, Mr. Lawyer. Dude, like I said yesterday, I'm refreshing like a spring breeze, alright? I can't let any sort of scandal ruin that. I understand. Well, it's almost time. I had a feeling you were going to be here, Mia. We must get a complete acquittal today. I know. But I can't focus on Maya's situation right now. Or Pearl's either. No matter what, I have to focus on winning this case by the end of the day. Indeed. Well, let's get going. Oh! And that's the kidnapper. It's him. Hello? This is right. Good morning. This is it, Mr. Attorney. The day of the trial. Maya, she's unharmed, right? Well, when I checked on her earlier this morning, she seemed a bit, how shall we say, tired. Don't worry. People don't die that easily. Besides, what you really should be concentrating on is winning today's trial. For my sake, as well as yours, you must win today's trial. Which is why I sent you a little present this morning. Present? What in the world would you want to give me? You'll figure it out once the trial starts. And even if you don't like my gift, I expect you to graciously accept it and win today's contest. If you please. Wait! What the hell could that mean? Can I send me a present? Mr. Lawyer Dude? Who is that? No one. It has nothing to do with you, so forget you heard anything. Dude, did your nose just get longer? Are you accusing me of lying? God damn, he can see right through me. God damn it, can't even bluff with this guy? What the hell, man? Oh, well, welcome back, everybody, to more Let's Play Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Justice for All. This is your host, the MJ406. Cornerstone system for the trial of Mounts on Guard. And we're trying to get the Nickel Samurai innocent. Are the prosecution and defense ready? The defense is ready, Your Honor, but... What the hell? I say, Mr. Wright, what happened to Mr. Karma? I don't know, Your Honor. Why are you getting mad at me? Your Honor, please be quiet, bailiff. Court is in session. If you must tell me something, please keep it brief. Now then, what is it? Prosecutor Von Karma has... This morning, Mr. Von Karma was shot by an unknown gunman. What? Son! That son of a bitch! Somehow, I think this is the present that man was talking about. His present? Miss Von Karma is one of the top prosecutors of the country at the moment. If she were to disappear, it would be to your advantage. This is totally insane! But Miss Von Karma, is she alright? I don't have that answer! She's alive and in stable condition. That's good. Oh. Lord! I thought he'd show up. Ha ha! Your Honor, due to the circumstances, Miss Francisca Von Karma cannot appear in court today. I, Miles Edgeworth, will be taking her place. The prosecution is ready, naturally. So, we battle with Edgeworth once more. It's kind of refreshing, actually. Ms. Von Karma was shot in her right shoulder and is currently undergoing surgery. Luckily, I've looked at this case over and I'm familiar with the details. The prosecution seeks to prove the guilt of Mr. Man on Guard. The court acknowledges the prosecution! Right. I finally found the answer I was struggling for on my long journey this past year. Your long journey? By the time this case comes to an end, you too will know the answer. Really? Now then, the prosecution would like to call its first witness. Please bring Detective Gumshoe to the witness stand. So, Gumshoe, you still aren't impressed despite being with Edgeworth, though. Witness, your name and occupation. My name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm a detective down at the precinct for now. For now? After this trial's over, I'm supposed to turn in my badge, sir. The Detective Gumshoe? The prosecution has no need for a depressed witness. Man up, bitch. Lift your head up and face forward like a proud officer, Detective Dick Gumshoe. Yes, sir. Inspiring as always, huh? Now, let's have your testimony. If we want to explore the various facets of this case, we must start with that. Get ready, Phoenix. This is going to be one very rough fight. Yeah, it would have to be with Edgeworth as my opponent. The answer you were struggling for. Interesting. Show me this answer you finally found, Edgeworth. So, He seems to be reinvigorated. I'm curious if he has any different outlook at everything.
This murder happened after the Hero of Heroes award ceremony, sir. The victim, Juan Corda, was found dead in his hotel room. After looking into the cause of death, we believe he was definitely murdered, sir. At first, we thought there was something suspicious about the empty guitar case. However, we later found out that the guitar case had nothing to do with the murder.
What, do you think he got, like, whacked on the head with it or something?
After the award ceremony ended, the victim was alone in his room? Yes, sir. Well, the victim and defendant were alone in their rooms. To their rooms, sir. I see. Mr. White, you may begin your cross-examination.
Well, I don't really know all that much about everything that went down. I don't even know how the attack happened, so I should actually look into that. All I got was just a bunch of stuff surrounding it.
Hold it!
I need to get all the info I can get, as usual. Would you please give us a brief timeline of what happened after the ceremony?
Okay, pal. The ceremony started at 6 p.m. It ended around 8 p.m. And there was a short break. A special post-ceremony show was supposed to start in the lobby 30 minutes later.
And that's when the victim's body was found, correct? Which is to say, the murder occurred during that 30-minute break period.
Please continue your testimony, detective.
Yes.
Hold it!
Please continue. Now he's dead. Got it. The person who discovered the victim's body was Adrian Andrews, correct?
Yeah. Who's this Adrian Andrews you're talking about? She's the defendant, Madame Guard's manager. She's a really pretty lady, sir. Oh, so she's a pretty lady. I wonder if she will grace us with her presence. When the post-ceremony show was about to start, he went to get him out on guard. After visiting his room, she next went to the victim's room to get him for the show, sir. I see. And that's when she found the victim's body.
Also, Judge, I'm not very comfortable with saying you really hope a beautiful lady graces us with her presence. That sounds very uncomfortable on multiple levels. The cause of death, wasn't that because Mr. Corda was stabbed in the chest?
Only a girl's amateur would believe something so brainless as that, pal.
Which is what you thought at first, by the way.
Take a good hard look at the crime photo. Now, real person's attention would be drawn here to this bandana. Banana. Bananas? His bandana, sir. Oh, that's a thing wrapped tightly around his neck, sir.
Oh, yes, I see. Damn it! His banana-scented bandana. God damn it, Judge! And what about the knife?
It seems to have been stuck in the victim's chest on purpose after his death.
We have a crafty murder on our hands here. Ah, so somebody did the fake stabbing to throw him off?
Hold it!
I see. So that was one of the misleading things. But why'd you think that?
Because it was empty, pal.
Really?
The German ninja doesn't go anywhere without his bright red guitar. We didn't find it anywhere at the scene of the crime. Oh, then how about this theory? A fan really wanted the guitar and did the crime to get it. How's that? We thought of that too, but...
What?
Well, the only fingerprints on the guitar were the victims.
Really? Only the victims, huh? So nobody else was involved in it.
I see. Oh, so much for my theory then.
Okay, so only the victims. Okay, so no suspect or anything. That's interesting. I was kind of expecting somebody else would have dug in there, like Andrews or something. What convinced you had nothing to do with the case?
The guitar wasn't at the Gatewater Hotel that night. Well, then where was it? The Burbank guitar was eventually found in the TV studio. The victim, Juan Corda, had apparently only taken the case with him, sir. So you mean he forgot to put the guitar inside the case? Yes, sir. Even when he was on stage for the ceremony, he didn't have his guitar.
Huh, so that guitar case was empty even before he got to the hotel.
Yeah, that's right. So it really had nothing to do with the case after all.
I believe that is enough. First, the victim was choked to death with his bandana. Then, after the victim was dead, the killer deliberately stabbed him with a knife. Which brings me to my next point. Why, then, did the police arrest man on guard? Because there was reason enough to suspect him. Here it comes. Looks like Andrew's back in full swing.
Very well, Detective Gumshoe. Please testify about this matter. Yes, sir.
I better drink. Gumshoe's voice is grating from my throat. It's only been the phlegm that's been screwing up my throat, though, not my grating throat. I've been dealing with that.
Melgar and Juan Corda were huge rivals with each other. They each thought the other guy was in his way. That's about enough in my book. As for evidence, there was a Jammin' Ninja's button. It was ripped off from the ninja costume and was found in Mr. Agard's Hakama. The defendant's fingerprints were also all over the knife. The defendant bought the knife for the crime, which makes this a premeditated murder.
He bought the knife? Wait, brought the knife. Never mind. I thought he said bought. I was gonna be like, what the hell?
So the defendant's fingerprints were found on the knife used in the stabbing. It was sort of sticky on the handle, so the fingerprints came out pretty clearly.
Oh, that's unfortunate. They're sticky. Huh.
And there's this button. That was found in the defendant's clothes, was it? This button is also covered in blood? Yes, and we know that the blood is the victim's blood, sir.
What? Damn it! I mean, that would actually make sense.
Oh, this point's very clear to the defendant, doesn't it?
Yes, it most certainly does, Your Honor. Ready to give in yet, right? Huh! I'll find the hole in your argument somewhere. You can press as hard as you like. Just hurry with your usual pointless questions. Mocking me the same way as usual, and I've been beating you every time! You blind dick! Just you wait, I'll beat you again. I just gotta figure out the right point to go on here.
Hold it!
I may as well look into the rivalry, see if I can get some other details out of it. But just 1 second here. Mr. McGarvey was beating Mr. Coroner in the popularity polls.
Well, yeah, I guess, but...
Which means that in the defendant's eyes, the victim was not a rival at all. Which means he had no motive to kill at all. It's a fair point, but still, a close second is something to keep above you.
Yes, I quite agree.
I mean in your head, just so you stay above them.
Well, Detective, if that... Well, I guess you put it that way, then yeah, the defendant would have had no motive.
Objection!
You're near Edgeworth, don't embarrass yourself. Detective, I'm beginning to see why you were fired.
No, not you too, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. That's...
I look forward to your pension negotiations.
No! No, Detective. Let's get to the testimony. No, not my poor pension, too.
Detective, if you value your money, I suggest you proceed.
Yes, sir. We can talk about my pension later, sir.
What about what I was saying? Hello? Anyone? Let's turn into a pity party for Gumshoe. What the heck?
Hold it!
Let me look into the knife. How are the fingerprints arranged on the knife?
Huh? What do you mean, pal?
By examining the fingerprints, you can determine how the defendant held the knife. For example, did he hold it normally or overhand?
Oh, is that what you meant? Well, we didn't actually think of that.
Oh my god, I can't believe the bubbling of this department! Hopeless. You were paying attention to the testimony, right? The defendant's fingerprints were all over the knife. There's no way to determine how the knife was held at the moment of the murder.
So is the defendant the owner of this knife, then?
That's what I thought. He bought the knife for the crime.
Hold it!
Although... there's no way this is a premeditated murder, even if he bought the knife!
Sorry, pal. This is a pocket knife. It doesn't fold, so it's not great walking around with either.
Well, this is not good. If the prosecution can prove it was a premeditated murder, we're done for. Phoenix. Yes? There's something very interesting about what the detective said just now. Think carefully before it's too late. A button covered in the victim's blood and a knife with the guard's fingerprints. Be grateful. If the judge were more rash, he would have already pounded his gavel in closing. We're still in a world of trouble. Well, before any battle, you must find your enemy's weakness. So let's find the weakness in this testimony, no matter how small it may be. Okay, Phoenix? I guess so. Yeah, I was really go over the button, just to make sure there's nothing I'm missing from that. Do you have any proof that button belonged to the victim?
Huh? What do you mean, pal?
Oh, let me put it this way. I'm asking you if you have any evidence to back up your claim that this button was ripped off the Jammin' Ninja's costume.
Huh? But can you tell just by looking at it? And the victim's blood is on it.
So? Anyone could have smeared that blood on there afterward.
Mr. Edgeworth, help me, sir.
All right, I knew it had to be this piece of evidence. Now to reel this one in. Thread. Huh? The button was attached to the costume by thread, obviously. And that thread snapped when the button was torn off. You can match up the ends of the thread on the costume with the thread on the button. It's a perfect match.
Yeah, that's it. They're a perfect match, pal.
That's Edgeworth for you. Never misses a beat. I didn't realize. You seem to know a good bit about Edgeworth as well, it seems. Still, he bought the knife for the crime, you say. K-War was engraved on it, though.
Objection!
Yeah, he bought it from the hotel he's staying at. That makes perfect sense. Wait a second.
What?
So the basis of your argument that this was a premeditated murder is simply that my client bought a knife beforehand.
That's right, pal. The defendant.
Nope. Did not buy this knife.
Huh?
Take a good look at the handle of this knife, and you'll see what I'm talking about.
Huh? It has a Gatewater seal set into the handle. Gatewater? I think I've heard that name somewhere before.
That's the name of the hotel! The Gatewater Hotel!
Uh-oh.
You dumbass! The murder knife was actually property of the hotel, which means this murder was not premeditated. He had to have thought of it on the spot. That's how he killed him. Wait a minute!
Yes, that is very true. It's a very big... What is it, Mr. Edgeworth?
I'm sorry, but the defense is simply too careless. What? What do you mean? I'm not careless. That's pretty good. I think whether the crime is premeditated or not has already been determined. Well, so? I admit this knife is hotel property. There's no one currently on the police force that is dumb enough not to realize this.
But I didn't know... Oh...
The question is, where did this knife come from?
Why is that obvious? Well, that's obvious. It came from the victim in the coroner's room.
Oh, sorry, Your Honor, but that is incorrect. The victim ate a last meal before he was murdered. With that being the case, I'd like to draw the court's attention to what is on top of the table. A meal, yeah.
There's a knife and a fork on the table.
Oh,
Then, where in the world did this knife come from?
they were eating food, sir. Can we just go over that after? If it pleases the court, I would like for us to recall the room of the defendant, Mr. Man on Guard. Yeah, the same thing. Especially what was on top of his table. 2 plates with 2 forks and there is something missing. Perhaps it is a single knife? Ah, crap! How the hell did that get in there? We investigated the leftover dishes for fingerprints, and while we were investigating, we came to the conclusion that Mr. Man on Guard's knife was missing. Mr. On Guard had gone to the victim's room with a knife he had used during dinner. Why would he carry a knife on the visit? To kill, of course. And with that, I believe that prosecution has proven this was a premeditated murder. Son of a bitch! It may have been a little short, it may be short on time for premeditation, but it was premeditated.
Amazing, Mr. Edgeworth. Absolutely brilliant. A brilliantly clear deduction.
It seems like Edgeworth had this plan from the very beginning. This must be one of those traps, and I just walked headlong into it. But I had no choice!
A murder weapon with fingerprints and a button for the victim's costume. There's quite a sizable amount of evidence here.
I can safely say that any further deliberation is a waste of your Honor's time. Although, I wouldn't mind if the defense were to present evidence not yet shown to the court. Evidence not yet shown? He means evidence that the court hasn't seen yet. In other words, new evidence.
What does the defense have to say about this, Mr. Wright?
Well, Phoenix. The judge is favoring the prosecution right now. If we answer with something wrong here, that gavel his will be ringing out the sound of our defeat.
Mr. Wright, do you have something important and necessary to present to the court?
I mean, I guess I do. There's one... Oh, God. One piece of evidence that catches my attention. Something that this court has yet to see.
Mr. Wright, I will say this one more time. I do not feel this trial needs to continue at all. However, I'm giving you one more chance, and only one.
What the judge is saying, right, is don't try pulling one of your usual bluffs here. If I mess this up, it's cards for all of us. Oh my God!
You never said one, and only one piece of evidence. Now then, what is this important evidence that you must show to the court?
Oh my God! I'm gonna lose if I get this wrong? I mean, would it be the wine glass? Piece of evidence wasn't, no, but, wine glass?
This is a wine glass, is it not?
Oh, thank God. Please look at the photo of the crime scene one more time. Oh, thank God. Why do they use instant death ones? Why? The scene is a mess because of the victim's struggle against the assailant. The vase is broken, his makeup is all over the floor. These are all things that were at one point sitting on top of the dresser.
Oh yes, I see your point.
However, this glass that is sitting on the top of the dresser is mysteriously untouched. The only thing that had not fallen over along with everything else is this wine glass. Ow! This piece of evidence is more than strange enough to warrant further consideration! I can't believe I hurt my hands just to say that. Well, what do you want to say?
Oh, well, yes, it is a little peculiar.
Yes, isn't it? I thought it was.
You can stop looking at me with those puppy dog eyes of yours now. Mr. Edgeworth,
What is it, Your Honor?
your opinion?
You don't need my opinion, because there is no special meaning to that glass. What? Oh, come on, I thought I was onto something here. It's safe to say that the glass was set there after the crime took place. By the person who discovered the body, Adrian Andrews, for example. She could have easily been so shocked that she set the glass down without thinking.
That does sound very plausible, Mr. Wright.
Could Miss Andrews really have set that glass down without thinking? I mean, yeah? It's possible that is what happened. But something that points to Miss Andrews not being the one who set the cup down. And if I raise an objection here, that will only make the judge slam his gavel down. You can't think like that, Phoenix. Right now, you're hanging on by a very thin thread. Anything else you can grab onto right now is better than nothing. So in other words, push as far as we can go. Alright, fine. The defense would like to challenge the prosecution's theory. We would like to see something that proves it was Miss Andrews who set the cup on the table.
You throw the situation on its head yet again, as usual. Mr. Edgeworth, do you have any proof to back up your claim?
There's no way he has any. He's just bluffing. Unlike Mr. Wright, I never say anything unless I have the evidence to support it. You son of a bitch! God damn, he just takes any opportunity to make me look bad. You're not thinking hard enough today, Wright. Did you think this wine glass escaped my notice? Well, then... Of course it has been thoroughly inspected. For fingerprints. Fingerprints? There were only one set of fingerprints left on this wine glass.
Only one? Well, whose were they?
They were not the victims or the defendants. Rather, they were one Adrian Andrews. What? Oh, man! That's unfortunate. That is why I said that the person who discovered the body had left it there. Are we done here, Mr. Wright? Oh, I can't believe I fell into another trap! Miss Andrews is probably holding the glass when she went to see Mr. Corida. But upon seeing his dead body, she was stunned and set the glass down on the dresser.
What you just said makes a lot of sense.
Tisk, tisk, tisk. Now do you see, Wright? You can't change any part of my scenario as it explains everything all too well. I've thought long and hard this past year about what it means to be a prosecutor. And from here on out, I will show you the answer I have come to discover.
But wait a second, Mr. Edgeworth. I think the prosecution has provided enough evidence for me to enter my verdict.
How far is he willing to go? Unfortunately, I cannot allow you to pass judgment yet. The prosecution has yet another witness we would like the court to hear from. Another witness? You gotta be shitting me! Yes. Bailiff, please bring in the next witness. What in the world is Mr. Edgeworth thinking? I wonder about that. And well... Oh, good Lord. Now the witness, please say your name and occupation. I'm gonna save this for next time. Because this trial might drag on, I have a feeling. It just might. Oh yeah, I forgot. Saving and quitting actually does that. Still, at least we're here now. So, come back next time, we're gonna find out exactly what Old Bag here knows. God damn you, Old Bag, why? How does she get involved in all these things all the time? I really have to wonder. Oh wait, did she say she... Oh no. She did say she saw the big moment of the night. So maybe she saw the moment of murder? Or somebody sneaking out? I don't know. I'll come back next time. We'll hear from Old Bag over there. Stop staring at me while you ask about her, Edgeworth. That's really creepy.